I don't know. It's fine.
Okay. Now the stream.
Yeah, of course there's so I can only... I wonder if it's a hardware problem. No, I don't know. Let's see.
Alright, the game audio looks like it does when it's playing the music and not stuff. The other waves look like they normally do, but for the mic it's hard.
Yeah. I can hear you, but your mic is still very crunchy on the stream.
Crunchy is in like good.
Like it's coming through a radio with a lot of static.
Very bizarre, dude. Very, very bizarre. No. Yes. No.
And yeah, it's like someone's doing a drum roll on the snare.
Alright, I'm trying to move the board around.
I think that made it worse.
I wasn't here, like. And now I'm back here.
Yeah, now. Okay, it's still sputtering, but it's like. Okay, I don't know.
Let's see if I can do There's already a. Is the sputtering only when I talk, or is it when I go? Constant.
Sometimes it cuts out, but pretty constant. See, now it stopped. Oh.
Back on.
Yes.
And it's a weird one. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. This sounds like it's probably a hardware problem, but I don't know.
It might be. Like 2 streams ago or whatever, something happened where I adjusted and my mic did drop, so it's possible I just broke it. This thing is resilient, but
yeah, I would expect it to be fairly resilient to that.
this one, these blue snow, like this is a blue snowball, you know. This is like pretty weird. If I turn my mic down, does that
Okay, let
help?
me see.
Does that help any? Like maybe you can't hear me or whatever, but like at the same time.
Talk more in the stream.
I'm talking more. I'm doing what I gotta do.
Okay.
The mic is down, but
Stop. That's fine. That's fine. That is passable.
all right. Guess I'm gonna get a new mic.
Yeah.
Gotta kick. You know, I broke my air fryer the other day. You never stop fucking spending money, eh? You know, that's just
Yeah.
go, you know.
What did the air fryer have?
Kind of stupid. I literally just like had the air fryer basket on the counter or whatever, and then it fell, and like the parts of the basket shattered in such a way that they're not structural. You know,
Oh,
they don't have structural integrity anymore.
Yeah.
And so like,
Yeah.
And I can't even replace it. Like, it's just easier to replace the fucking thing than to get a new basket or whatever. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, because they don't really sell parts of shit anymore. Not
Well,
really.
But to buy what I need would be about the cost of a new air fryer anyway. It just wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, the timer used to be 9:16:57. Now it's 9:15:01. I don't know.
I set it to 9:15 because that's what I started the stream at. I figured out how to
Okay.
set it.
Yeah, that's fine. Then it's correct. Then it's correct.
Like, that 1 minute was me just doing tech support anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That doesn't count.
But I'm gonna restart it now that we're back out of the premise. You can scroll down to the point of the walkthrough that I was at. It happens. Alright, so where we were at, we had just done some stuff in Castle Survey. And we have some gold. We could go to the weapon shop. That was I have high potions, I have Phoenix Downs, tents and cottages, all that stuff. I did buy a new weapon for Kane, not Kane, Ferris, my Dragoon. Yeah, I mean, it's been a bit since then. We've gone to a whole new world. So, yeah.
Oh, you move in this overworld fast.
Yeah, I have the Wind Dragon, and like when you have the ship, you actually move like twice as fast. You move way fast.
Wow.
We have a new item for our Dragoon, but I don't think anyone else needs anything. I think we can just do the other stuff.
It's a pretty big world map.
It's decently big, but it also wraps around, but also...
It's cool.
I don't remember where everything is world to, though. Okay, this is the other castle. I think XF Castle is to the south. So, I remember that this next fight was not trivial. Before we fight against Gilgamesh and Enkidu. This team is not as good as previous 4-drop Fiesta teams that I've had. Alright, let me read up on Gilgamesh before we end up fighting him. Alright, he's vulnerable to slow, but not stop, of course.
What's stop?
It's like Kingdom Hearts magic, so it's time magic that makes them not do anything.
Oh, time stop. Sure.
Yeah. I always like this sort of like castle music. Like this isn't a castle, but very regal. You know, it's like.
Yeah.
Just a lot of good atmosphere in this game. Rest.
Final Fantasy music has always been good. The guys on the ground.
Yeah, these guys have a lot of HP. And no real weaknesses, so that's gonna be a bit of an issue. Yeah, let's see what we have. There's this person. Hell, I couldn't see. The little boat jump. Yeah, I feel the same way. There's a lot of these things where it's like it's really good and like you don't get the joke or like the appeal as a kid, but like you realize that you were stupid and obviously whoever you were talking about.
How would you describe what Galif's thing is? You know what I mean? Like, what's his shtick?
Galoof is just like a fun old guy, basically. He's not anything super special in my opinion, but like,
Sure.
it's the kind of thing where I could see not seeing the appeal as a kid and getting it a bit more today.
I see.
Alright, here we go. Alright, so we have more options now. I guess I'll start by putting the regen on everybody. Then we'll try and slow Gilgamesh. Should I just use the speed song? I guess I should. Okay, the slow work. I don't really know how the songs work. Like, it might not end tonight. We'll see. And yeah, Rays, I got calm to a place where I was happy with it. The point of doing that is I don't need to grind anymore. Ragni, do you know what happens to the song effects when you get hit? Like, I know you stopped singing it, but like, do you still get the effects of the song when that happens, like you've sung, or are you required to then start doing it
Gilgamesh. Tell me about that, Rays. How was the ghost cloud achieved?
again? Oh, nice. Probably shouldn't have used the barrage. Don't think it'll matter much. Yeah, because they have Comet now. And Comet's not as good as rocks are. Yeah, now that I have Comet, I'm actually much more confident in the damage and healing abilities of this team. It does like a kind of random amount of damage, but that random amount of damage is like about as much as my fucking damage dealers. Gallop asked you how you got to brag about
Yeah.
watching the world record holder. Yeah, I used 2 rods I should have, but it's fine. Why is the loop? Yeah. There we go. I do have the, okay, so, yeah, Osmos coming up cares about sleep. I do have this dream harp, which helps some. Alright, I forget what I need to do to move on. There. Oh, I need to do that. No I didn't. They don't get to fly. This room, maybe? Yes, in this room. Of course. Pulling over a box. I don't remember much about this dungeon, actually, so... Oh. I'm sorry, since that... I went the wrong way. Oh yeah, the fucking time slip patch. I remember when I was a blue mage, having to use that. The old status condition is quite nasty. You're like, when you get olded in this game, your stats like decrease at an alarming rate until you become essentially useless. And like any bosses that can get hit by old also like obviously go in immediately decrepit. Yeah, it being a straight shot to the top is kind of probably why I don't remember anything about it. Like, if it was really confusing or complicated, I probably would have been like, oh yeah, this is a really confusing or complicated dungeon. But, like, that's just not where we're at. A lot of money, all of a sudden. Yeah, a lot of the enemies in this game specifically are really weird. Like, the successor of Final Fantasy doesn't have, like, you know, the most coherent enemy design, shall we say. But, like, yeah. This game has
like,
some...
I would say that almost one of the hallmarks of Final Fantasy to me, who's mostly an observer and someone hasn't played it, is the enemy design just being fucking batshit.
It is pretty batshit, yeah. And like, and in this game, you definitely get more of that in some specific ways than others. Like in Final Fantasy X, you don't have the Gaelic cats, which are the cats with fucking Halloween bat wings stapled on them. Like,
yeah.
oh, this is crap. Oh, we might be cooked.
Oh.
I don't think we're allowed to leave, actually. Yep, okay. Now, is this work? Like, this isn't happening. So it might actually. I could also farm some reflect rings in here, apparently. From the reflect knights. Which might not be the worst. FF5. Drop the reflector in 6% of the time. Oh. Oh, no.
What does it do?
Puts the reflect status on your characters, presumably. Which, bounces regular magic back at them. Now, ordinarily, this would be a bit of a double-edged sword, because, you wouldn't be able to use healing magic on yourself. It would bounce back as well and go to the enemy. But, yeah, that's not the case in this party that has no healings. These guys have pretty good defense. Yeah, 6.25% in 416. I was kind of hoping these guys would be a bit easier to kill. Yeah, unsurprising they didn't drop one there. Really couldn't have seen that one coming. Maybe I'll go to save point number 2 and then see about the gold hairpin chest and the reflect rings. I don't think I'll be killing these reflect rings. Reflect Knights. Not when the first one was so hard to kill. Putting 2 of them in an encounter with 2 other guys, even if it doubles my chances. I like how they keep using Magnet on the guy that's target the front battle. Like, good job, guys. You just keep doing your fucking jobs. Alright, there you go. You actually pulled someone who's in the back row. Save room is up here. We will save here. Alright, and I'm gonna look up how bad it is if I go through. I'm pretty sure this is a no-go for this game, but I want to know how much. 85. Festival of Gold. I remember that when I had the blue face card. It can be left. We can give it a go. I have that Dream Harbor equipped.
Lena.
If I can sleep one and then rush down the other, that's not what I want to see. Especially fairly easy to reset that. I'll try sleeping one of these guys. Using common and other abilities on the other one before I'm broken. And then I'll just have one to worry about, right? What could go wrong? Oh, it's not the same thing. Okay. Oh, is that any better as a red dragon? Obviously, the ice. Oh, this is even better. Because I can just sleep him outright. Oh shit, wrong guy, wrong guy.
Wrong man was targeted.
3,500. We gotta hope that Luke gets back around to his turn. Could be. I wonder why the harp kits aren't working. Well, regardless, this is much better than Fiesta. You can do it for singing. Oh, it says he's immune to this. That would be why. The other website is SAS vulnerability. This one. Well, there we go. That was embarrassing. Alright, so one of these says it's the best room for second group. I'm gonna try going there and seeing their practice. I do not want to fight a Ziggurat gas after fighting other gas partner. So it is not this room. It's better for the rest of the night. I do want some AP, so, and like XP. This is not like unreasonable stuff. But I'm definitely only fighting the Reflector Knights alone, and not with anybody else. That's good enough. These guys have 1600 HP, so... even just getting one reflector in there would be helpful. As like getting 4 is obviously a little ridiculous at this stage, but if I get 1 and like I really want to have reflect in a fight, it will help. It was so much better if it was a red dragon instead of 2 yellows there. That was so lucky. Ooh, we did get one reflector. Alright, very nice. I won't push my luck. We'll just go back and fight the boss now.
Are you like hovering or something?
Am I what?
Hovering.
Hovering?
The way that you were moving on the thing looked weird. I might just be me misinterpreting something. Yeah. So we have, what is that? Is that cats on CRTs on pogo sticks, and then a witch on a crescent moon.
Yeah, I'm not hovering. You see, I'm outside. It's like a little, like the scaffolding is hovering with you, and it's giving a. You see?
Yeah.
I'm like standing with a.
Yeah. See, it looks very strange, but
it does look strange. But like, it looks a little less strange if you're not like wandering as fast as possible. And yeah, Rakia, I would not grind the AoEs. Like, I don't have like flare or like some of the free damage options to grind. Like, I think this is perfectly acceptable when I'm coming here. Yep, that did full heal me. We'll put the sleep bow back on. Save. This boss I remember a fair bit. Alright, let's see how reliable the Dream Harp is. I don't know how actually, like, 100% reliable it's fun to talk about. Come on. Get the sleep off. Oh, it's not working, bro. Katamose is really cool. Atmos has like a lot. Both not great. Not really what I want to see. What I want to see is him quit the fucking scene. Slogan. Oh, it's just not working. Why is the Dream Harp not working? I know for a fact he's vulnerable to it. I know I'm not messing that up. I didn't know that was a restriction of being heavy. It's gonna kill someone. Please just kill Barks. The loot. Give me some more time. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's perfect. Not the double comment. Like, being heavy, like, you can be slept by other things, you know? Just, like, certain vehicles of delivery just don't work, I guess. I think this will be a win if I allow Barks to stay on the ground here. Just Swift's on blue.
gonna say, this is for you to watch later, but somehow I missed this one back in the day, but I just found a really, really good YTMND
Wow.
that I'm going to send you. This one is that's one of the best ones I've seen.
I don't know how damaged he is. Gotta be getting close. Who's getting hit? Lena, no! Double. Loop, kick a loop. That'll do. You know what, Lol? Let's do it. Let's use the return spell. Yeah, I know that, Ragnar. Oh, he always just... Oh, what I didn't know is he always did two. That's interesting. Let's just try this with Song and as much damage as I can pour out this time. That time we didn't have as much confidence going on.
Okay.
Use some weak ass combos.
Yeah. You can't see the health of things in this, can you?
No. I know that he has about 20k.
Sure.
I'm looking at what I'm looking at. So we're making good progress. Like, you know.
Yeah, you're like getting there.
This is not like
Why is
insane.
the body being drawn in toward him? Is it like a black hole effect?
Yeah, so I was gonna explain it and finish, but this boss has different behaviors based on whether your entire party is alive or not. When your party is entirely alive, it tries to kill one of them, and then when one of them's down, their body, it uses its turns to drag their body into the mouth, and when they get there on the screen, then they get sucked into the wormhole, and like that's it for them for the entire fight.
I see. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Give me a sec.
When Barsnax gets a turn, he'll revive the loop, I think. Or not. Maybe he'll just die. Jeez, these comments.
Thank you. That's not something at all.
Alright, that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
All the turns where Fair is going to do this. Hopefully that'll finish it off.
Okay, I'm back. What happens if it gets in the mouth?
I think they get removed from the fight forever.
Oh.
Which may not be that bad, but I would like to avoid it.
Yeah.
Two more comments before I move to this. Alright, there we go. Animo stick. That was a good one. It looks like they become hasted rays, but I did not know the answer to that question myself until I tried it. And that's how it's done. I couldn't have said it better myself, Mark. Alright, we are nearing the end of World 2. If I was a true Giga Chat, I would have known exactly when I was going to kill him and revive my last guy so he could have gained the HP. But, you know.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, Raze, but I was not looking at your chat during the fight itself while the HP was running. It was a bit tense. Some of these hard fights make you know what you're doing. That's just how it is. It was like when Gallup showed up during the Garula fight, the first section. Like, the Garula fight was very, very tense. It took like 7 minutes, and he showed up when I was like, you know,
Yeah.
unable to pay attention
Yeah.
to
I remember. I figured that was the case, but yeah.
more story stuff. So much just. No, the story's fine. I really just would skip the cutscenes though. I just don't have like the nostalgia for it like I really need again. Alright, so there's a piano in here, and there are time magic spells here. And that's all I need to worry about. Little submarine chair. How do I get out of here? Yeah, I know, Billy. She's not coming back, bros. I'm on the steering wheel. Yeah, I'm pressing A here to go. Well, I have no idea what I did that fixed it, but I did something. Take the submarine to a thin crevasse southwest corner of the western. You gotta move a bit. we're talking about? Oh, it might, very well might be. Okay, okay. First things first, time to piano flex. One more piano to go. Is this where you find the chicken? Or is that someplace else? I love how this shop interface doesn't tell you if you bought the magic yet. It's just great design. No notes. Was it down here somewhere? Okay, so I have the place right. I just need to go a little further in the story. You got me, Gabe. You got me. Let's take a look. Goodbye. Air knife and helmet, bro. That's a better weapon for the fucking dragoon, even for Varys. I'll hold off on it. Very expensive blades and armors. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. Something tells me I'll be okay without this stuff.
I'm mage. Oh, that's the stop shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. You get haste and slow, which obviously speeds up and slows down, making your characters stop, which obviously stops it entirely, and you get some other things like gravity. This is where the gravity magic in Kingdom Hearts comes from. It's time magic, which does percentage-based damage based on itself. You also get old, which is cool, but you know, that's basically only in this game. Old is not really a status for any of the other games. Hey, a pittance to heal Galoof. It's not even really a pittance. It's not even really worth it. Crap, that's rough. Find another Mondosh, I guess. There we go. I guess I wasn't supposed to be here right away. That's fine. I need to go to the cave. Down here. Here. It is. There we go. Dark Aspen. Yeah. I don't know, even for Final Fantasy IV, it's like you don't even really notice it as a kid. Like you're fighting like Sahagins and clans and whatever, and it's just like, yeah, whatever. And then you get the palette swap stuff, it's like, yeah, I mean it's the plan I already saw, it's just fucking purple. And I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it means.
Yeah, you know, palette swaps are funny because they can be done well and they can also be done badly, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think in general in Final Fantasy they're done okay.
Yeah. I think they tend to be better when
Good night, Ragnar. Thanks for stopping by. Wish I could have made more progress.
they tend to be better when like they're not trying to change too much, you know what I mean? Where
Right.
like because the bad palette swap is like is essentially when you feel like this just should have been a completely different enemy entirely, you know what I mean? And they clearly just palette swapped because they didn't want to make a different fucking thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, like, the most basic palette swap, like, you have a palette swap and then the enemy is, like, stronger, right? And more HP and more attack, like, no other ability. Like, where would you put doing this and then giving it, like, an immunity, right? Like, it's like, oh, the gray version of the goblin is absorbent to electricity. Like, is that too
I
much of a
think
change
that's
for you?
not in my opinion. What
This
about
one
you?
comes up a lot in, like, some of these games, right? It's like, knowing that, like,
Yeah.
it's not a little different.
Yeah, I think that's fine for an RPG. What do you think about that? Do you think it's
No,
fine
it's
or
fine. I think it generally works
Yeah.
out well, especially if it works for where it is.
yeah?
It works. Alright, then we get a more cutscene. This is a good cutscene. But yeah, forget that. But yeah, I mean, like, the pallet stuff is, the good thing about it is that he uses conveyance, right? It's like, the enemy has a certain structure, right? You learn how to fight it. And so, like, when you fight the pallet swap, how you fight it should normally be largely the same. The context should be different either because of like a minor change like the community electricity that I mentioned, which might matter, or some other context like the enemy environment. Like those make no sense. And I don't think it's crazy at all with this happening. Like sometimes with college talk activity, like if you previous talk then you see the grave version of higher level areas with monsters. Well, then you aren't. But like you at least come into the fight with a little bit of confidence. You're like, well, this grave version of enemy is a little annoying, but at least I know not to try this.
Yeah. I'd say I agree with that.
One thing that always got me in the Ray History speedrunning is Vogel, who of course has the thick, Spanish accent or whatever. When he's doing his speedrun, he goes to the first area where there are pallet swaps and he says, the chickens are blue now. And I'm just like, yeah, that is.
The chickens are blue now?
Yeah,
Like that?
The chickens are blue. And like, it's the same area, the chickens in the pallet swaps are upgraded. Like, dodging them in the overworld is not, like, at all, any different than what it was. So it's just, like, the right kind of cynical, right? He's got the dry sense of humor, which I like.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't say this to make fun of his accent. I like the accent, but also to say that, like, whenever whenever anybody delivers anything in a distinctive way, accent or no, I remember, right? I remember.
Yeah, that's true for me too. I actually do remember the delivery of shit very, very significantly a lot of the time. And what accent does he have? Is he like German or something?
No, I believe that he is from like South America.
Oh, okay. So some kind of Spanish.
Yeah, that's some kind of Spanish.
Yeah.
Do I need to leave? Yeah, teleported. We actually have access to this because why do I have access to it? When did I get that? Now we need to go through more. Yeah, we'll see how far into World Brew gets next. When I play these on my own, I do typically like to take like a little bit of time out to just like, grind some AP so that like I actually max out my job and feel good about things. So, Lena does have time level 5. Am I actually able to cast these spells at this slot, or do I need to get to time level 6? Maybe you did job one. Maybe the job description will help with that. I mean, okay, I can cast time level. I can cast the magic that I just bought. And it won't take me that long to get to the point where I can cast the other stuff. Alright, seems reasonable.
Why does the water keep bouncing?
No. Only one reflector. I just remembered one lost. This actually might be very good. I know in here there's a shield which is very, very good that I want to get before the fire burns. That's really... Yeah, before it turns into a fire shield. The Gala Jelly. Of course. You guys gotta blend into the background. It's a little fun. I think that steals my M. Hopefully these guys aren't too nasty. Sap is very nasty, but we will not have that condition for long. 4,900 gil. That is a very specific amount of gil. I will say though, this game definitely like, when at FF4 really, like when I'm talking about this,
Yeah.
it showed me like what it was like for an RPG like this to have like harder encounters than the bosses. And what I mean by that is that like, if I were to be fighting everything here in Forest of Moor, it would drain my resources pretty quickly, and I would die a lot. Whereas if I know what I'm doing and I run for fights and I prepare for bosses, it was like an interesting thing where it's like this conveyance, it taught me like what even a challenge run is, where it was like, it was kind of interesting to think about the game this way, right? Where it was like, oh, it would be really hard if I didn't fight anything, right? Because then like the boss would kill me. But then I like learned that it wasn't as hard as I thought, because like, that playing the game makes you think about it differently. It's not a very deep insight, but it was like, it's like this is a formative RPG for me in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah, someday I still should play some kind of RPG like this.
And it may not mean as much to you as it did to me as a kid. If you play games that are similarly difficult, but like,
But the thing is, I don't think I actually have played games that are that similar.
Maybe not.
That's the thing, right? Like I've played like
Pokemon. Like,
yeah, I've played Pokemon, which is an RPG, but it's not really like the combat isn't like this. You know what? Let's put it this way. I've played RPGs, but I've never played an RPG where the combat worked like this, essentially. That's the way I would describe it. You come down the stairs. Playing Quake 2. Really, shields again. Shields can recharge? Yeah, so here's an example of a bad palette swap, right? Is in this mission pack of Quake 2, there's these guys at the end, which I'm starting to see. This is the one thing that I don't like. Basically, well, the problem isn't really that it's a palette swap, right? It's that it's a different version of a normal enemy, right? And it has a different weapon. It shoots like these big energy balls instead of like a single like sniper shot, basically. The normal version of the enemy is one of the more annoying ones in the game, but in terms of like being tough or whatever. But like this thing is like, let me figure out how to explain it. Like, let me explain what the issue is with the fucking beta gladiators. Let's see here. Let me actually look up their stats. Yeah. So, okay. So the normal ones, right, have 400 health, right? Which is like medium high, I would say. Right? In the palette swap ones have 800 health and 400 power shield. The shields work a little weirdly, you know, in a way that's a little hard to describe. But basically, like they basically just made them be enormously tankier for when they really didn't. Like they went too far with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like they just became this really enormous ammo sponge. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the case where the palette swaps can go wrong is if they try to make like tough ones and then they yeah. So one way that goes wrong is where you say like this should have been a different thing, right? This should have been a different enemy entirely based on what its mechanical design is. The other way the palette swaps can go wrong is if they just like want to make a better version of it and then like an upgraded higher power enemy and they
Sure.
just like inflate the stats like fuck and it makes it not more interesting to fight but just take a lot longer.
Right.
That's the other case of the bad palette swaps.
Yeah, and I can see how they can happen more often in shooters, but like,
Yeah.
like it depends, right? Like, I don't recall there being palette swap runs in Halo, but I do remember the palette swap.
Oh, there are.
Beats, you know.
Well, there were palette swap grunts. They have slightly higher health, and that's it.
Well, I don't really
Yeah,
recall
sure.
them. It must not have been a very good palette swap run.
That was inconsequential,
Yeah.
you know.
But like the
and,
but like the
and
palette swap elites matter more because the elite
Yes.
moveset matters more, you know.
yes, there's the sword ones, and even they made the higher palette swaps significantly tankier. But like the elites are like interesting to fight. So like the tougher elites didn't become tedious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas these things kind of did become tedious. Because one problem with the Quake 2 enemies is a lot of them are just kind of like there's a lot of like the higher level enemies that are basically just like walking mecha guys that move really slowly and shoot rockets at you and they have a lot of HP and they just kind of gamble around and shoot rockets at you. You know what I mean? They're not the most interesting enemies.
Alright, so we were about to fight the Sealed Guardians, which are four enemies that each have 7777 HP, like they're from Las Vegas or something.
Oh my god. Not the 666 of the demons.
No, that would be too weak. They gotta be fucking 7, right?
Yeah.
And each of them, when they're below 3,000, they AoE attack you with a magic attack that, at my level, will probably just murder. So you really need to blitz them down when you get to low. And there are 4 of them, and they're also like attacking like kind of, difficult and quick regardless. And they're immune to most elements, and resist some others. And they have pretty good defense and magic defense, if I remember right. And yeah, did I miss anything else? We're just fucked. I don't think this team fights Sealed Guardians very well. Is what I'm saying. We'll give Varus the Reflect Ring just in case. Let's see how bad this gets. We may have to reset this fight.
They also put too fucking many of these guys too. Like, it would be okay if there was a couple of them, but you know, like let's think.
Give all my guys for exam.
Yeah, like this thing. This fucking thing. These things take fucking 15 rockets to kill.
Damn, dude.
Like, it just takes a while, you know?
They should all be vulnerable to it. Oh, he's cut the. Oh no, I reflected the haste. Oh no. We do not want that. The branch lets me up here. Go to the Steel Guardian. I'm not gonna lie, I think this fight's gonna be great. But this is one of the fights that you route in the speedrun. Or at least in the 4-job Fiesta. It's like, oh, this is something I'm like actually concerned about. You know, have a plan for this. And I did not immediately have a plan for this when I looked at this party, and I still don't. So we're gonna see what kind of damage we deal in case and what we can do about it for this. Not row, maybe they're vulnerable to gravity? Let's say that they're heavy. Doesn't say he's heavy. Doesn't say the Guardians are heavy. Maybe grabbing it can work. Beluga really does not have a weakness. Keep some motherfuckers alive here. Okay, gravity helps, gravity helps. Yeah, they're not heavy, they can actually take quite a lot of damage. Okay, they're all slow. Okay, gravity. Ooh, that's really hard. Okay. So what we learned is that if they ever do their AoE magic, we die. Immediately. Yeah. So I need to get him with gravity and then like immediately kill them. Yeah, they take 7/8 of their HP. So, what's like 5,100 times 7? 5828. So they have like 700 HP left. It's like, it does work, this strategy, it just needs to like actually work like 4 times. And then not fail even once. Like they can't work in an AoE match. Ooh, it's a bit dicey. It's a bit fucking dicey. You still there, Gallop?
Yeah, I'm there. I was just reading at something. What were you saying?
No.
What's dicey exactly?
So the wrinkle is that if any of these guys get below like 3,000 out of their 7 HP, they on their turns use an attack that wipes the entire party like it's dead. But I may be able to bypass that by using gravity, which has a chance of working, but if it works, it cuts their HP by 7/8. But it means that I have to execute a maneuver where I gravity them successfully, and then immediately blip down the last like 700 hit points that they have before they murder my whole party. And I need to do that 4 times. So it's not great. But this is one of the harder fights in the remaining part of the game, and I know that. So if I get past this, then I'll be able to like breathe a little bit for the next part. I will use my high potion to flip the fight. Okay, there's one down.
Nice.
how many slow goes at my cat? Well, enough to try and make it work, I guess. Alright, we will heal Bart. Okay. Damn.
What happened?
Bad time.
Oh. Oh, you just got... Yeah, I saw it happen just now.
Yeah, wouldn't have taken much to kill him. That Bart's attacker or let a turn to come off, but it was just the wrong time of the turn cycle. I'm slowing them to make this more likely, but that doesn't make this work, you know? And the tough part is, like, I don't know when the gravity is going to be successful, right? Like, I use it, it appears to work approximately a third of the time.
Yeah.
But, like, when it works, I then just have to be ready.
Yeah.
If I had someone else who could use rods, or if Galoof could use the better time magic, it might be different, but that's not where we're at, really. I have access to Fiesta. Set all my guys immediately. There they are. we got? Slow gun. Okay. Ooh, that was not the damage I did.
What's this thing called?
This fight,
Yeah,
these are the sealed guardians.
I see.
Potion. Try to get another slow off. Just to make this easier. These slows are just wasted turns though. But they're not wasted if they prevent me from dying. It's a bit of a tricky balance, right? Alright, maybe we dispense with the slows and just go straight to the gravities. Oh, there's a slow. Spoke too soon. Gravity. Work, work, work.
Get him.
getting close to the threshold anyway.
Looks like that was pretty effective.
That was a counter attack with the crits. I want this to work. It's gonna go bad. Nope. I have a feeling we're getting close to 3k. I've done a bunch of damage already. I think I should choose Comet instead of Gravities. Let's try it this way. Gravity's still more damage if it lands. There we go. Oh, we were already in the danger zone.
The danger zone.
Two down. Very luckily as well. Good shout, Galoo. Okay, now use haste on Lena. Use one more Graviga. Surely have people somewhere. $40 is not a lot. Okay, this is still salvageable. Have to follow my Phoenix to
Yeah.
But we're through 3 of them. We can set up this moment. This is all fun.
There's a thing called a Mangosh in that, too.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, there's a Mangosh here. There's a Mangosh in a lot of these RPGs, actually. The only reason we survived that one is because Ferris was in the air. The jump functionality actually saved our asses. This. Instaga. The back. Okay, they missed out on the ability points, but we survived. That is
You
what
got
matters
'em.
here. I don't know why I didn't hit Varus there. Oh, I got blocked by the Aegis shield. Ooh, very nice. Alright, so this is just a cut fight, right? There's nothing I have to do here. I think I might have used gravity on the last time I did this in Time Age. Like, I have a vague recollection of doing that.
Let's see what this stupid thing wants. What's going on here?
It is tough things. X-Death is here, fucking with our shit, and Duluth is gonna boldly go to protect us.
I see.
We're in his world now. Like, he was revealed earlier in the plot to not be from around where we are, and so he has a deep sense of responsibility. Like, you know, we're helping him in his fight, and
Sure.
his actions allowed X-Death to come here. We jumped into a portal not knowing if we'd be able to come back, that kind of stuff.
I get you. X-Death is tall.
X-Death in the stall.
That's some damage. Is this fight winnable, or is it like a cutscene
It's
fight?
but actually, the very next dungeon will have him be a fight where he will be very difficult. So, it's a pretty different stuff. And in many versions of these teams, yeah, Cthulhu could certainly tank it. In many teams in Fort Fiesta, the actual final boss X-Death is cheesable in one way or another. I
Yeah.
don't believe that that's this team, but you know, we do
Yeah.
have a bard. And on bard, as long as you have a bard, you do have a way. But like teams
What
like
the bards
Tempest,
do?
they have these songs which work in weird ways to buff their stats. And some of the later stats
Okay.
songs are really good. I can turn my team into one that's very good by like using the bard singing, but I don't like entirely, you know. So like I have to figure out. But like yeah, other teams like the chemists. If you have a chemist, you can actually use a glitch to skip an entire phase of the boss. And if you have
I
like
see.
if you have a summoner, you have access to very powerful AoE magic, or if you have a samurai, then you have access to powerful AoE non-magic that's dependent on your money. The samurai basically works like a merchant in this game. I don't know. Chemist? What are you talking about? A chemist. Maybe my mic is failing.
No, I heard Kemet pretty clearly, but maybe he did. Well, I guess your thing is different than. I guess what they're hearing may be different than us. Is the audio holding up?
It probably
Phrase?
is, but you know, there's nothing I can fucking do about it. It's very frustrating.
Is it holding up sufficiently that?
Yeah, the music is louder. It's because I turn my own mic audio down to just not happen. Let's adjust this. That should help slightly. This should have been over. This would normally have ended by now. Oh, thank God! I can actually re-equip if I can. Let's jam the man ghost in his face. Yeah, I was like, perhaps he actually has to take damage instead of just like a cheat. Like, I've never been in this situation before, but also I've never equipped Galoof with an item that doesn't do anything before. yeah, I understand this. That's what I tried to. I hope there's no loss condition where I like actually. That would be pretty bad. The AI script here apparently says condition HP is less than 43k, and XF is listed as having 50k. So Galoof might need to be a big enough Giga Chad to be able to do 7,000 damage with these knife attacks. Yeah, let's see if maybe I have a better knife. I'm pretty sure the dancing daggers are better. Okay, that's real damage. Yeah, it is slightly more damage. And it has a chance of doing the Dancer effect, which I know because I had Dancer in my last workout Fiesta run. A quarter of the time, you'll do 4 times damage. And a quarter of the time, you'll do nothing, so it's plus EV. And a quarter of the time, you'll do this Jitterbug thing, which is usually bad, but when Galoof is as bad as this, it actually does more damage than my normal attack.
Oh, this is.
I do like hearing this music, so I can like... 80% of 0 is 0. Sucks to suck, XF. It's actually quite uncommon in RPGs to be able to re-equip weapons in the middle of combat. These early Final Fantasies let you do it, but... Yeah, there's our 4x damage historically. We're doing this one attack at a time, Rose. I will win eventually. I can only imagine everyone just sitting here and watching the loot dude. It's just like, you can do it, buddy! And there's the okay moment. I'm still stabbed. Stabbed is so brutal. Alright, we're getting there. Yeah, Chemist is the only 4th level job I haven't gotten. It's you know, busted in half, but in RPGs any of the jobs like that typically are. Where like you have to combine random items for effects because they're really like difficult to use in casual playthroughs, but they reward heavily game knowledge of both where the items are, what combinations exist, and when those combinations are going to be useful throughout the game, which, you know, very much a second playthrough or a walkthrough rated kind of thing. It's neat, but like it's not really the best. Like it's fun for repeat playthroughs. I don't know. There's other ways to be fun for repeat playthroughs. Getting a lot of these sword dances. Those are 1 in 8. Never do shit. Ooh, I think this is it. We haven't seen Flare yet. Yeah. He's bringing out the big guy.
he's shooting meteors at you. It's like some ability that's healing you 20 every turn.
Yeah. It doesn't mean much, but I gave myself regen, which does that.
Yeah. I mean, it adds up, you know.
It's pretty slow though in the context of this. Like, it was like literally my only source of ability-based healing for like the first half of the game.
Yeah.
And it just isn't enough. Like, they just do much more damage than that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a point at which, you know, the leftovers like ability is just too slow to matter.
There we go.
Isn't this open? There we go.
Alright, so the last fight we're going to do in World 2 here, in the Luke's World, is X-Men. I need to refresh myself on what his garbage is. Yeah, if you apply slow to him, he puts haste on himself, so that's important. I really only level 1 in Dragoon. I guess Dragoon doesn't really gain job level that easily. Like, he doesn't fucking do anything.
Why is this wrong? Oh, there we go.
So at this point, Luke goes away and is replaced with his granddaughter, Trial, who inherits all of his job levels, but has very different stats than he does. She's much better at magic, and she's much faster, too, so... That's why I've been giving Luke the support jobs. I mean, Luke wasn't all that great at it. I think given the progress, the slow go of the kind of a thing. I'll make it out of World 2 at least evaluate what I want to do. Probably finish World 3 either tomorrow or Sunday. Okay. Go. We have active trial. Go to some town to buy healing items. If I can find one. I think there was something else. This is where that castle is. There's a town here. Regol? Regol. Yep. Do you not have an inn in Regol? Very, very nice. Yeah, the downs are actually really expensive in this game. It's kind of absurd. That's why I was like so pissed. It's like, oh, I'll be fine. I just gotta use all my Phoenix stones. Because I spent
Yeah.
like fucking pay on them.
Yeah, I figured that was kind of bad.
Yeah, they're not here. They're not. It's not actually that bad. Like at specifically this point in the game, because I've been getting a bunch of gold from chests. But in the early game, in the first world, it's like every Phoenix Down you spend is just like, oh, it really sucks. Alright, I don't think I need to do anything else before hitting the merge world. Field cave, that's not shadows. World map enemies. No, I think I just need to go to the merge world. And then once I'm there, I'll have some stuff I need to clean up. But I did already get the piano and the songs. I have the speed song. I have Requiem. I have 7 pianos. So, let's move on. Alright. Castle X. The Forge Out Fiesta wiki calls this place the meat fort, which I think is really funny.
What?
The meat fort. You'll find out soon. Like it starts to look like fleshy and gooey and all that.
Oh god, I see.
Don't need another tool. No, it's not that I'm not allowed. I am choosing not to fight these enemies. Not only will it take quite a long time, it'll be very difficult to not give me that much XP. I will probably grind XP later. And also, bosses don't give you XP. What levels I have are from the few enemies that
Really?
I've been required to fight, and also, you know, just general grinding that I've had to do to make it through this game.
Bosses don't give you XP.
They don't give you XP. They
Does
only
that
give you
mean that,
AP.
like,
They only give you job points. They give you abilities.
are there any mandatory non-boss fights?
There are some, yes. And in my Final Fantasy...
So there are...
Yeah.
So a low level of this would not just be literally level 1.
No, to give you some context, in my Final Fantasy VI, which I did do low level for, I ended up at, like, between level 5 and 6 at the end of the game. So, like,
Oh
you
god.
can prevent yourself from gaining a lot of levels.
Yeah.
And, like, level 5 is as low as it sounds. Most of that, actually, is from, like, the starting levels of characters. Like, if you want it to be a true low level in a Final Fantasy VI, you actually have to, like, in the few mandatory encounters you get, like, rig it so that you get fewer encounters and that they become specific things so that you avoid level up, so you don't drag up the party average, so that when new people join, they don't join at higher levels and continue to drag up the party average, right? If you want it, like, at level 5 instead of level 6, this is the kind of bullshit you gotta go through.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
And yeah, I've told you that I also did Final Fantasy 4 low level as well, and it really wasn't all that
Yeah.
bad, except for the final boss. Like, you can get through most of the game at those level 4 if you know what you're doing. And Zero Mist just does take 2,000 AoE defense piercing magic damage every.
Yeah. It's always funny how those things work, you know, because, like, you can tell that, like, a lot of the time the game, like, wasn't designed around you doing this, so,
No.
like, the extent to which it is or isn't possible is often, like, weirdly imbalanced, you know?
Right, but like a lot of the techniques that they do design in for beating bosses, even in adversarial circumstances, work at low level. You just have to be a bit better at doing it, you know?
Yeah.
That Elven Mantle is putting it to work. Please let me leave. Please let me leave.
No. I didn't want to save there. Oh well.
Why can't I leave?
Can't I hold all these lines?
Okay. That sucks. I'm not gonna spend it down, but this is what the potions are for, so... If Ferris doesn't make it out of this, that's fine. If I can make it to the next Tabor before dying, that's really what I'm looking for. This encounter is apparently really bad for me. Damn. Ooh. Getting through the report is apparently not easy. Well, I'm ready. Let's try again. It certainly wouldn't be easier to kill these enemies. Although I do think the magic dragons are actually pretty good for AP. But you mostly want them, like, I remember from watching and, like, researching other 4-job runs, that magic dragons are, like, a thing that you look out for when you have a Beastmaster in your team, because capturing the magic dragon allows you to have an attack that does more damage than you expect.
Yeah. Of the magic dragon. Wait, I thought I got rid of all this shit.
The twin lizards aren't even palette swaps of the dub lizards, are they? They don't look any different. I'm gonna look this up actually. It does not look any different. We gotta go again, boys.
Oh, good. More shot shells.
I think I do want the ice shield enough to go for it. Okay, easy run, easy run. Another easier. I think it's those reflections that really have a lot of threat. Like, certain enemies are hard to run with. Oh, and a back attack. Oh, oh.
What does that mean?
It changes your row from. So if you were in the back row previously, you're in the front row because you're being attacked from behind. If you're in the back row, then you take and deal half damage. So when you're back in the front row in a back attack, you're obviously exposed to more damage. But it also means that everybody on the enemy turn has to take a turn before you're even allowed to. So yeah.
I see.
Let me out. Let me out. Oh, Bart's dead. Nope, not dead. Please let him out, though. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Let me out. Oh, surely it is. I have no idea why I'm getting boxed this bad. But I am. The save room is only a couple rooms away. Wow. I didn't think that, like, actually getting through Castle X stuff was, like, a serious problem. I just, like, didn't anticipate that.
What's making it a problem?
The fact that some encounters seem to be holding me hostage for far longer. Like, if you've been paying
I
attention,
see.
like, I've been running away from most encounters pretty much instantly upon generating.
I've been seeing that you've been having a hard time with it sometimes, though.
Yeah, like in this, but that's
That's the problem.
That's a problem here specifically, right? Like, and I think it's a
Right.
I think the reflect agents are making it so that it's difficult for us. But if you get a preemptive strike, you should be able to run. Wow, it actually doesn't even let me run instantly in a preemptive strike. That just shows these guys really. Normally, it should be careful. If this encounter doesn't hold me hostage, then I know it's going to fuck. It's holding me hostage a little bit. I can't say for sure. Let's just watch this fucking stuff. Let's see if I can find some of these, today. So we have...
Yeah. I'll be back in a sec.
Alright. Forgot the teleport has that second use where I get to use it to flee encounters. That's surely going to be helpful in getting through here. I didn't think I'd have to resort to such drastic measures, but here we are. Easy run. Even with this, I might be having trouble. I thought that was it, honestly. I thought we were finished. I need to save some potions for a second.
Hey, I'm back. How you doing?
Good, good. We're almost there.
What?
We're almost there.
Nice.
Monster. How's the Jap?
Who's fucking moon hopping? Does it hurt me to walk under the gears? Nope, it does not.
Oh, it doesn't do any damage. Because you rely on a Ferris to kill it. Oh, that's so rude. And this time the bridge and axe. Yeah, there's no way out. Yeah. Wow, right at the last second. Maybe I could have teleported away. I don't know. Now that I realize I have teleported, it should be good. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, excess and World Tour are definitely the last one. I do believe I will be able to do it. I do believe I'll be able to get through excess after I can't keep getting this. Although in fairness, none of the jobs that I'm doing are particularly bad. And the ninjas, they either had a smoke bomb item or a smoke ability that was in free counters. So last run when I had it, it didn't have, it wasn't really like a bad area. Surprising. Teleport animation is so slow, too. That's like the slowest run animation I've ever seen.
FF6. I bet these gears hurt you. Yeah, they do. Awesome.
Oh. Another preemptive. That's very nice of them. Ooh, I wish I remembered what that chest in the Whopper was. If I could remember. I don't know, so I thought it was so bad. Like, the fade out is so long. It's like a full 4 seconds after it was flat. I keep getting jitterbugs. That was not very many steps at all. An elixir, oh that is okay. Alright, here we go. Don't need to fight another one of these. Know how bad that was. And we got the right thing. Save point. Alright. That should be the worst of it.
Good God.
Missing flow. Oh, well, that's nice. Be too much of a pain to get it now.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, money. Always good to find money.
Never burn money.
I think Reflect made it do like a weird amount. They let me go. I was not expecting that. Ooh, a lance. Don't mind if I do. Are you telling me that Twin Lance is not a lance? I'm sorry? What horseshit is this?
What do you mean? Like it doesn't count for some?
It's not a lance
Thing?
for the purposes of the Dragoon. It's some other weapon.
Oh, that's probably one of those things where it's like, you know, like with some of the Pokemon moves, where the way that they're translated is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably a bit of it, whatever. But this is a fairly, at least in the, well, I mean this game is
Yeah.
but like it's more recent than the PS1 localization is considered to be bad, right? It's considered a better
Yeah.
localization. Has existed.
I see. Because like there's, you know, there's often some weird shit going on. Like for example, you know, I recently figured out, why is it that in Pokemon the attack? So I figured this out because I was looking up of the mirror ghost, the Pokemon that you made, right?
Right.
I was looking up some of the moves, right? And I was thinking, like, you know, why are some of these other moves that would be fairly obvious to include not included, like mirror move or mirror shot? And that's why I asked if it was post moved exit, right?
It was, yeah.
And then I looked up mirror move, and there was the question of why is mirror move a flying type move, right?
Yeah, I don't really know. Oh, this one. Oh, we found the good land. It's called the Farthest
Yeah,
Route.
and looking it up, I figured it out, and it's that in the original Japanese, the move, the literal translation of what that move is something like, is essentially parrot mimicry.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
So it's like the parrots, you know, the parroting back, right? That's why.
That's meat, bro, but I get it. Especially
Yeah,
considering
I
there
know.
wasn't like actual like a parrot Pokemon in Gen
Yes.
1.
Yeah, like there are parrot Pokemon, but it was, yeah, but like Spearow is not a parrot, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and the other thing is like, and if they did that now, they probably would have called it like something like parrot mimicry, and it might have been
like
it might have been a different type.
or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it would have been some parrot signature move.
That's why I gave the fucking Pokemon that I gave, like, a signature ability and a signature move. It's just, like, the world we live in now for, like, even moderately all the fun. Not a lot.
Yeah.
Alright, up to Exca. I'm not going to fight Walter time building up. There's no reason to do it, and our... I don't know. Alright. Alright, let me use the bathroom before doing this. Alright, okay. 32,000 HP. No real plan? What are we waiting for?
Well, I don't want to go down.
No, I remember the
Jesus.
ice shield. But, alright. I got all this stuff anyway. This is one of my favorite, like, Final Fantasy villain games. You just walk in, like, you get the face, like, go, it's X-Death here, man. You do the head bob. And, like, X-Death, you know, people are like, oh, he's like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. He's, like, so great. But, like, I don't know. It was, like, it's something refreshing about how he just doesn't give a shit. It's just like, yeah, I'm just here to piss in your soup and take over the world, you know?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just needed to have something like that, you know? Like obviously, more complicated things are good too, and are usually better. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But no,
That
it
is
doesn't
not
have
a
to
lot
be
of damage.
exclusively that.
He's not vulnerable. He's not vulnerable to fucking me. It's just gotta be Comet R Us. If I had a second comic user, that would be something. This is not a bitch. Next time with a casual 1,000 damage attack. That is not a good sign. I don't know if you can tell, but that was that was really bad.
It looks kind of bad, yeah. Where phoenixes do you have?
20, but it's the time to use them that's the important part, right? Like,
Right.
I can't get them back up faster than they go down if I get in a state like this. This is kind of like RPG check,
you can't
right?
outpace it.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about level 3 flare. I need to check how many of my bros are level 3. Oh, they haven't gained their level 17. That's nice. That's very nice. If they gain a level, then they'll be susceptible to level 3 flare. No grinding for me, bros. Yeah, the random damage from common is not that great sometimes. And that is enough to murder me. Yeah, okay. This one might take some doing. And this fight, I remember intimately. In my other runs, I had enough raw output. Like, I had a damage solution for this fight, but this fight is not a very tricksy fight. This fight is like noble. This fight is just like a dude with some HP and some stats who casts magic at you and who isn't very vulnerable very much. Like, not from status effects anyway. Everybody's level 17. They're not vulnerable to level 2 flare. Did I give you guys Earth Church or something? Yeah, Gaia did. Clothing infused the power of Earth. You'd think that this means that I don't get hit by Earth Shaker, right? Think that. That's a fucking lie, though.
Fuck am I? Okay. Security key. Okay. There. Okay.
And I did the reflecting on something I'm not allowed to cast casting anymore. I might not be able to cast casting anymore. But we'll give this one more go. If I level, I got a level twice.
Okay, I'm up here now.
I think this
That's
is
good.
kind of like the final boss for me.
Why? Because everything else is
I think
is not gonna be that
I
bad.
think some of the bosses following him are going to be not that bad, and I will have powered up from World 3 to make the final boss
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
comparatively at least on the level of this.
Makes sense. How bad is the final boss gonna be?
It's gonna be worse than in the past when I had um better teammates, but I don't expect it to be that bad.
Let's see.
That's a piss poor comment. 5 this one. This is just not enough damage. It's just straight up it. I don't even like have enough rods for this drag with the 8 rod. That's worth 8k damage. Well, a bit more. And you with your bare hands are not doing much, Bart. Yeah, and then the Earth Shaker.
Parts.
I think the match is aimed. I don't even reflect the Earth Shaker with the thing. That Hurricane was single digits. Zombie Breath did 800 damage. We may not have been prepared for this one. That may be what we have to accept here. In a casual playthrough, I think I would have already ground AP and maybe even ground a few more levels, and that's with better teams. We did good to get through Sealed Guardians still, but I think this one is just a little too straightforward.
Yeah, it seemed like even that was like sort of at the limit of your abilities.
It was, and Sealed Guardians was vulnerable to gravity, so like I was able to trick my way around it. This was not a fight that I could beat by doing, well, 32,000 damage to it, which is what's happening here, I suppose. So, I think what I've learned is that either off-stream or on-stream, I'm going to do something to close the gap here, so I don't just run my head against this boss without a plan. Or at least research and think about a plan. So, I appreciate everyone who stuck around today, but we will continue this on the weekend in either 1 or 2 streams. Hopefully 1. Hopefully this isn't so bad, and after doing whatever AP grinding I need to do, we can get powered up from the third world and then go have a fun time with the endgame. Good night, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, we might be grinding a little bit, but we're going to try and minimize the grinding. We're going to try and minimize.
What? Yeah.